Honey badger cubs are hungry. She has been gone since morning. Before she gets back, she will go through an ostrich, a beehive full of bees, a troop of baboons, and a lion. Not because she wants to, because her cubs need her to. A mother honey badger moves across the African savanna in the early morning light with the low, purposeful stride of an animal that knows exactly what today requires. Back at the den, cubs are waiting. They cannot hunt. They cannot forage. They cannot do anything except exist and grow in demand, and right now what they demand is food she does not yet have. Her nose works constantly as she moves, processing scent information that builds a map of everything within range, far more detailed than anything her eyes could provide. She follows that map forward across the dry grass. Something ahead catches the signal: movement, warmth, the particular scent of young, newly hatched life. An ostrich nest. Several freshly hatched ostrich chicks move inside the nest, small and unsteady, still finding their legs. Their mother stands over them, 2 meters of alert, powerful bird whose legs can deliver a kick with enough force to collapse a lion's ribcage. The honey badger does not charge in. She moves forward, draws the ostrich's attention, and retreats. Forward again, the ostrich shifts to face her, steps left to cover the approach. She reads the movement, retreats again. Every approach is a question. Which direction will you move to block me? And what does that leave open? After several exchanges, the answer appears. A brief gap in the ostrich's defensive positioning, a half-second window between where the bird stands and where the chick sits. She accelerates into it. She seizes a chick, and the ostrich reacts with immediate, controlled violence. A kick that connects and sends the honey badger tumbling. She is back on her feet before the dust settles. Thrown aside, she returns. Thrown again, she returns again. Each time she is forced back, she adjusts a slightly different angle of approach, a different feint to draw the ostrich's weight to the wrong side. Raw strength was never the plan. The ostrich, reacting to the same sequence of feints, overcommits in one direction. The honey badger moves around it. She has the chick, and she is already pulling back before the bird has fully recovered its position. She moves fast, putting distance between herself and the nest, the chick secured. Behind her, the ostrich calls and holds the remaining nest rather than pursuing. The trade has been made, a high-protein meal. Enough for herself and both cubs for more than a day. But the morning is not finished. A sweet scent reaches her on the breeze. She follows it to a wild beehive hanging from a branch, buzzing with the specific intensity of thousands of bees actively defending the colony. Almost nothing in this landscape voluntarily approaches an active hive. This honey badger is one of the exceptions. Her thick skin, dense, loose, and remarkably difficult to penetrate, reduces the impact of stings that would incapacitate most animals. Her coarse fur adds another layer of protection. She is not immune. She simply absorbs what others cannot and continues functioning through. Within moments of reaching the hive, the swarm engulfs her. She eats quickly, tearing at the comb, taking honey and brood while bees drive their stingers uselessly against the hide that was built for exactly this. She pulls away with what she can carry and moves back toward the den. Then the smell reaches others. A troop of baboons appears, drawn by the scent of honey and the noise of the disturbed colony. They are larger than her. There are many of them. One after another, they rush toward her, attempting to take what she is carrying. She does not drop it and leave. She turns and meets each charge. Again and again, she is forced back. And again, she resets and pushes forward. Not because the odds favor her, but because whatever is in her jaws belongs to her cubs. And she has not come this far across the savanna today to hand it to a baboon. The confrontation is loud and chaotic and ongoing. Then a male lion charges in from the periphery and seizes one of the baboons in its jaws. Fauna covers stories like this. If this is why you are here, subscribe now and never miss one. The baboons scatter. The troop is gone in seconds. What remains is a lion and a honey badger. The lion weighs perhaps 40 times what she weighs. It has just made a kill. By any reasonable measure, she should take the opportunity to leave quietly. Instead, she attacks the lion. This is not a strategic decision in any conventional sense. She has been kicked by an ostrich, stung by hundreds of bees, and charged by an entire baboon troop since this morning. Whatever threshold most animals carry for self-preservation, she crossed it hours ago. She charges. The lion throws her backward with minimal effort. She gets up and charges again. The lion throws her again, and again. The lion is not afraid of her, but it is visibly recalculating. This small, relentless animal is not behaving the way prey behaves, and the energy required to manage her interruption is beginning to compete with the value of simply leaving. The lion has its baboon. She is not worth the continued engagement. It moves away. In the confusion, the baboon the lion was holding escapes into the bush. She gathers what remains of her honey and turns toward the den. The sun is low by the time she reaches the den. The light falls long and orange across the dry grass. Inside, the cubs are exactly where she left them. She deposits the food and settles close to them. The cubs eat. From the outside, today looks like a story about a honey badger fighting everything the Savanna sent her. And it is that. But underneath that story is a simpler one, a mother who left in the morning with nothing, was kicked, stung, thrown, and charged by a lion, and came home with enough. She is not the strongest animal on this savanna, not the fastest, not the most feared, but her cubs are fed tonight. On the savanna, by the only measure that actually matters to her, that is everything. Leave a comment with the animal you want Fauna to cover next. We read every single one. Subscribe if you haven't yet.